I'm with Father Michael Perry, who is the Minister General of the Order of Friars Minor of 14,000 friars across the world. And Father Michael, if you wouldn't mind just maybe sharing your reflection of what are your impressions of the benefits, maybe some of the challenges of our Holy Father speaking to Congress today in Washington, D.C.
Well, as you know, good afternoon to all of you. As you know, we were having Mass here, so unfortunately I don't know exactly what the Pope said to Congress, but I can well imagine. First, I think it's a tremendous grace and blessing that he's able to do this. He does not come as a politician. He comes as a man of faith. He comes as a man who believes deeply in social institutions, and that the social institutions must serve the people that they are called to, the very people who have elected people to serve in the various offices in the Congress. So I think first of all he comes as a man of peace, a man of faith. Second off, I think he comes as a man who believes that the United States, the people of America, are very generous and have always shown a great generosity and always been willing to try to engage not just themselves, but even to extend a welcoming hand to all who come to their shores, and also to reach out and help those who are struggling in other parts of the world. He's not trying to develop a new foreign policy, nor is he trying to develop a policy on immigration. He knows that there are measures that have to be developed within our own country. What he's going to try to remind us is, first, that we are a country of immigrants, that our whole beginning, and in part perhaps why God created this country to allow it to be as strong as it is so that it could be always a welcoming place for those who come, and then hopefully that they would integrate themselves into quality of life here on this side. And I think at the same time he's trying to remind the United States of a particular role that it has to play because of the many blessings it has received to care for the poor, to care for those who are struggling in other parts of the world. So I think and also to pursue the path of peace, and to help nations when requested, to help nations where possible to create the conditions for this peace, for authentic conditions for human development. So I think this is another secondary message. And maybe the third thing that Pope Francis is going to carry to Congress, I think, is that the Congress themselves, they need to focus on working for the common good, which means they have to find ways back to working together. He's not going to tell them that directly. My prayer is that just by his very visit, it will encourage both sides of the aisle, as they often say, Republicans, Democrats, Republican, to seek the higher ground, to look in what's the best interest of building America, and where there are differences, to struggle hard to try to overcome those differences in the pursuit of the common good. I think this will be something also that he would want us to understand.
Well, thank you, Father Michael. Thank you for giving us a perspective of what St. Francis of Assisi would say today in our world.
Okay, and God's blessings to all the listeners. May the blessing and the spirit of Junipero Serra, a disciple and a missionary of Christ, be with you all.